Hey, I am so sorry it's taken me so long to get this to you. Every time I would remember that you wanted info on Disneyland, I was like at the most inopportune of time or place and couldn't do it, like, middle of the night when I'd wake up. Um, so you said you're going in November. Uh, did you already buy tickets? I'm curious if you did. When we went, we bought the 5 day pass because once you hit like 3 days, the price goes up not that much for 4 days and then even less for 5. So we did 5 days, which I loved because we got to do pretty much everything. Like we spent a couple hours twice on Tom Sawyer Island, which was fun because that's just a really fun place for the kids to just kind of hang out and chill. And that's nice for like some downtime, middle of the day. There's benches and stuff to sit on. Let's see, we stayed at a VRBO and we rented a car because we were going to go down to the beach one day. But you could get by without renting a car pretty easy, especially if you're just going to Disneyland for the day and you're going to stay there the whole day. It's actually cheaper from where we were to get an Uber. Both like round trip, your Uber fare is cheaper than paying to park in the parking garage. So we screwed ourselves over on the car for sure. I wouldn't get a car probably if we went again because we paid, $350 or whatever to rent the car for the week, and then we drove it a couple times and paid $25 a day to park it at Disneyland. But what was way more cost effective would have been to just do Ubers the whole time. And if you do that, getting to your place, you could do they have like van services where you can pre-purchase like a van ride from the airport to your VRBO if that's where you're going to stay. But if you're staying at a hotel, a lot of those places have like a free airport shuttle. So then you could skip getting the car, do either the van service or the shuttle, and then do Ubers the whole time you're down there. Unless you're planning to like go a bunch of other places, and then you might want to just rent a car. Let's see, what else? Depending on what ticket you get, you'll probably have a Magic Morning, and that is only usable at Disneyland. You can't use it for California Adventure. I was confused about the whole thing because there's two separate things called a Magic Hour or a Magic Morning. And I can't remember which one's which, but one of those is only available to people that stay at the Disneyland resorts. They get in an hour early every day to either of the parks. But if you buy like a multi-day pass and you're not staying there, you get, I think it's called a Magic Morning. You get one of those, but they're on certain days of the week. So you'll have to kind of look into that, see when they are, and plan. Because then you can go in an hour early to Disneyland, not California Adventure, and hit some of the bigger rides before the lines back up. They don't open everything. There's only just a few. So it's something you'd want to definitely look into before you do it so you can have your strategy in place. I biffed that one. We did not get to take advantage of that because I did not fully understand how that worked. So we didn't end up really using that part of our ticket. You can get it's like a digital fast pass, basically a max pass is what it's called. And I think it was either 15 or 20 per person per day. So we only did it once because there was 6 of us. So it was like an extra $90 for the day. But what's cool about that is that you can get fast passes on your phone. And so you can get them, you can stack them up way more efficiently because you can, tap into your next fast pass as soon as your time interval allows you to, versus where if you're getting a ticketed fast pass from the fast pass machines, you have to physically walk to the ride, get your fast pass tickets, which is what we did most of the time, and it worked fine. I was kind of the runner. There was a couple times I left my mom and Kevin at a show with the kids, and I ran and got fast passes in I went all the way across from one park to the other and did that, and it was fine because I don't mind walking a bunch. We got the park hopper, and I would recommend that. I just like that flexibility, and it wasn't that much more money. If you want to do the light show over at California Adventure at night, you have to get a fast pass for that to get into where you can actually see it. So I would get that by like 11 in the morning. The show's really cool. I would go to it if you can. It's the water show that they do with lasers out in like that big lake area. Another option that's good for that is you can actually make a reservation at some of the restaurants and have dinner, and then your table is your seat for the show. So that would be something I would do if we went back, is I would just schedule a dinner rather than getting a fast pass, because those fast pass locations that they have blocked off for that show are like standing room only, and it's kind of hard for the kids to see. So I ended up trying to have them on my shoulders, and Kevin had, I think, Nick on his shoulders, which is really heavy. Nick weighs like almost 100 pounds now. So that was fun. That show's really good. What else? Now that Star Wars is there, I guess that place is a huge draw for a lot of people. So I don't know how much you guys are into Star Wars. We're not really into it, but it might free up some of the other spaces, which would be good. But when we were there in the spring, the Cars ride, the Racer ride, and the Guardians of the Galaxy Tower, usually the fast passes for the day were like gone by 10:30 or 11. Like you had to get your 9 p.m. fast pass by 11 a.m. kind of thing. So if you want to ride those, you should go over and you have to like make your priorities each day on like, okay, what do we want to make sure to do today? Get those fast passes lined up, and then kind of, just go do whatever's kind of open at the time while you're waiting for your passes. I'm trying to think what else. I should have made a list before I started this. I'm just going off the top of my head here. I'm wondering how tall Bobby is. I'm betting he's probably tall enough to do everything. So that's nice. You guys won't have to like split up or anything. I was glad we brought my mom, because Leah was just a little bit too short to do some stuff. So that was nice that Kevin and I could take the boys to do some things, and then my mom would take her to do something else. The Frozen show in the theater is really good. We went to it twice. It's nice if you're like beat in the afternoon. You can go sit in a theater that's like air conditioned for an hour and a half, and it's actually a really good show. They do a really good job. Same with Turtle Talk with Crush. It's really funny. That's over in California Adventure. Yeah, I don't know. We really liked Cars Land the best. It's so cool. You actually feel like you're like somewhere in the Southwest. It's pretty neat. They did a really good job with that. And my kids liked Indiana Jones a lot. Splash Mountain was fun, but we were all really wet. So we only did that once. And we rode the train a bunch. We just all liked riding around the park and looking at stuff. And it's a slow ride, but it's fun. If you want to do the Pirates of the Caribbean restaurant, which is cool because it's like inside the ride, so you're in the kind of the dark with like lanterns, and the boats full of people are going by you in the bayou, haha. You have to get reservations like a month or two ahead of time, and it sells out. And I mean, I've heard that, I don't know, the food I think is about like the same as the rest of the places in the park, but it's just the atmosphere is supposed to be really cool. We didn't do it this time. I almost did, and I had a reservation, and then I switched it for our date night that we went on. And I think I would probably do it next time, just because it seems like such a fun atmosphere. And we did the Pirates ride a few times. There's usually not much of a wait on that one, and it's a long ride. It's entertaining. Our kids like it. So we did that a few times, and yeah, it was nice to get the 5-day pass because it just takes a lot of the pressure off. Even 4 days would have been fine, though. It would have been good. What else am I trying to remember? Oh, for food, make sure you get the Disneyland app and figure out the mobile order thing, because people way underutilize that, and you can get your food so much faster. Like, I mobile ordered all the time whenever we got anything. Like, even like Dole Whip, the line is always ridiculous for that stuff. There's a mobile order. You can put your order in, and you literally walk right behind the little tiki hut where they serve it, and you're like, you get your stuff, it's ready, and you skip the line. And I'm just looking around at people like, why aren't people doing this? It feels illegal, but it's not. It's like I guess people just don't know about that system. So that's helpful if you can mobile order your food. Then you don't have to waste your time waiting in line for that. The Jungle Cruise is fun. It's just an oldie but a goodie. The kids really liked that. The submarines made me feel seasick. I don't know what was up with that. It's not like they're vigorous movement or anything. I think I'm just getting older and I get motion sick more often now. Yeah. The Matterhorn always has a crazy line, and we did it, and it was fun enough, but it wasn't like the most fun thing. And I feel like it breaks down all the time, so I wouldn't care if we rode that again next time. But Space Mountain was closed when we were there, which was a bummer because that's really fun. So I'd highly recommend doing that one. And have you been to Disneyland? I don't know if you have. California Adventure is really fun, though. The Incredicoaster is crazy. It's so fun. We did that a bunch because it's so fast. Yeah. I think that's all. The Ariel Under the Sea ride looks like it's just for tiny kids, but it's actually really cute, and I enjoyed it. I went with Leah a couple times, and that was really cool. Oh, and over by the Grand Californian, kind of the old, looks like you're in like a national park almost, that section of California Adventure. There's a really cool playground for kids with like ropes course kind of stuff. We spent some time there one morning, and the Soarin' ride is definitely fun. So get fast passes for that. It's like the one where it feels like you're in a glider and you're flying around the world. And the line's usually probably an hour for that. So we did fast passes, and I think we did it 2 or 3 times in the week that we were there, and it was fun. So, okay, let me know if you have any more questions. Sorry this is so long. I love Disneyland, though. We all want to go back, but I think we're going to try to go to Hawaii this year. Tough choices, gosh. So yeah, let me know if you want any more info, or if you want to know like where we stayed. It was nice, and it wasn't too much money. So, okay, I'll talk to you later.